There are a few reasons why I chose to do this qualification. I think the first reason was I really wanted to kind of broaden and deepen my understanding of NHS finance, but also the kind of business side of things. And I think it's really relevant. I think there's a bit of a misconception that you have to be a finance professional. I have no financial training, no finance background, so I think if you're a clinician or a contracts manager or a project manager, it's really applicable to anybody. I think the second reason I wanted to do the course was to kind of continue my professional development. The last time I did a higher education qualification, I graduated 10 years ago from university. So having an opportunity now to kind of do something again, and a very kind of flexible, higher level qualification, I just had to do it. It's such a good opportunity. And I think the final reason I wanted to do the course, and probably the most important reason, was to learn things to help me do my job better. And I've certainly been able to genuinely take some of the methods and tools and frameworks and apply them back in my job. So that was one of the main reasons why. So the study is really, really flexible and manageable. It's all online, so you can log on when you're commuting on the train, you can log on your lunch break, you can do some study in the afternoon on a weekend. So it's really, really manageable, and it's sort of broken down into bite-sized chunks. And I think the thing that's helped me the most is the kind of peer discussions. So although a lot of the material is online, you can log on and have a discussion with your peers to talk about how you would apply some of these things in the real world. So it's not just a case of reading a load of material. You are kind of pushed and challenged by your tutors and your peers to kind of have a bit of a discussion, and that really helps with the learning. So the first module I did was making finance work in the NHS, and that was a really good kind of introductory module where I don't have a finance background. It kind of gives you that real kind of grounding of how finance works, how it all kind of links together. So it's really given me a kind of good understanding of finance and the kind of business side of things. The second module I did was tools to support decision making. So we looked at things like performance reporting, how that can help make decisions. So I'm currently studying the creating and delivering value module. It's very much looking at how we can add value to some of the things we do, whether it's a pathway, just kind of looking at, rather than it's all about the money side of things, we're looking at how we can improve outcomes for patients. So trying to get a bit of a balancing act between quality and making sort of cost efficiencies. There's some really good methods and frameworks in that module, and it's really kind of relevant to what I do in my job, where we're looking at efficiencies for some of our cost savings. So I can now go back and use some of those tools and techniques and apply them in my job. I definitely know more now. I've learned so much, and I'm so glad that I've done this qualification, because where I'm not a financial professional, and I work in a finance team, so I'm kind of the odd one out. And just kind of finding out a bit more about how things work, just having a better understanding really. It's really been really, really good. I'm really grateful that my CCG sponsored me to do this as a qualification. I think probably they want to see me continue with my personal development, but I think also the benefits to the organisation as well. There are things that I can now take back and apply in my job and kind of benefit the organisation. So I guess it's sort of investing in your staff to then be able to, they'll come back and make some improvements. So it's a good kind of investment, and it's good for the individual as well.